Regardless of whether or not his dad wins in 2020, Donald Trump Jr. does not need to run for U.S. President in 2024 or any time after that for that matter, and not because of his political party or philosophy. Here on An American Missionary, I don't take sides in the political debates. My reasoning is rather simple and cuts across all political spectrums. We don't need a dynasty. In fact, the Obamas, Bushes, Clintons, Kennedys, and Cuomos all need to go as well for the same reason. We don't need political dynasties. Plutocracies seldom lead to freedom and opportunity for the people. Instead, they lead to a growing class of elite, privileged families who live to acquire more and more power and control for themselves. History is filled with examples, and the Bible has its share too. Of course, dynasties seldom start with a plan, much less an announcement. Dynasty coming. In fact, they usually start with one person who comes to lead in a time of need, often reluctantly. Today, we will begin examining just such an example from the Bible. The story starts when Israel was being oppressed by Midian, and things were so bad that people were hiding in caves and dens to escape the cruel oppression, Judges 6 verses 1 and 2. Food supplies were short, because every harvest time, Midian would move in with their flocks and herds like locusts and consume everything in sight, Judges 6 verses 3 through 5. The people were low, and the need for a Savior was high, Judges 6 verse 6. Prophets even came and rebuked them for failure to obey, Judges 6 verses 7 through 10. But God had not completely rejected them, and beginning in verse 11, is the story of God raising a leader named Gideon to rescue the nation of Israel. That reluctant leader, however, was the first of what became a mini dynasty that caused almost as much damage to Israel as Midian. We'll return to how Gideon's family dynasty devastated Israel in a later study. For now, let's meet this reluctant warrior. We're introduced to him when he was hiding in a wine press to thresh the wheat harvest when an angel of the Lord came to Gideon and called him to lead. He was hiding in a hole. Then the angel of the Lord came and sat under the oak that was in Ophrah, which belonged to Joash the Abiezrite, as his son Gideon was beating out wheat in the winepress in order to save it from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said to him, "The Lord is with you, O valiant warrior." Judges 6 verses 11 and 12. Consider the irony of that statement. Gideon was harvesting the wheat in a hole in the ground, hiding from the oppressors, and this angel called him a mighty, valiant warrior. Suffice it to say that Gideon was not impressed and slow to agree. And that raises the question, how did that turn into a dynasty? Well, that's a good question, and will take a while to unfold, but our time is up today, so we'll pick up with Gideon's response on Friday. Be sure to come back tomorrow for Morning Minutes in the Bible on Throwback Thursday. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.